What's good, YouTube? Giants fan 696 back here with a video today, and today's video is going to be a breakdown of the Unpluckable badge in NBA 2K24. So on my screen here, you can see Unpluckable reduces the chances of getting stripped by the defender. And basically, the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to take a guard. In my case, I'm going to take Derek White, give him Unpluckable on with no Unpluckable, bronze, silver, gold, half on the thresholds you would need for your my player, which in this case are, for bronze you would need 75 post control or 70 ball control, silver you need 85 or 80, gold you need 92 or 92, and for half you can only get it through ball control and you need a 98. So take Derek White, edit him to have the badge at those thresholds I just said. Again, also took one with him, no Unpluckable at all, so he'll have 74 post control and 69 ball control for one test. And to do this, we're going to be going up against Paul George with gold glove. Just as a baseline, I think the average of what most locks will have. So Paul George will be at a 91 steal with gold glove, just like a my player would need. And yeah, basically going to just be standing there and have my friend walk over to me and hit square and see how many times I get stripped and how many times I don't. So again, we're doing it that way because if you're getting stripped without just standing there, you want Unpluckable. The point of Unpluckable is you don't want to get plucked at all. So if you cannot get plucked by just standing there dribbling, then you know that you have Unpluckable in a good tier, right? So that's why we're doing it against gold, and that's why we're doing the test that way. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so this one's going to be Derek White with no Unpluckable, 74 post control, and 69 ball control, going up against that 91 steal with Paul George. So we will come up here and just see if he's able to steal it. See, he's going to come over and reach. And as you can see, that didn't look good at all. So we're just going to go ahead and call that 0 for 1. We won't count it 0 for 1 until a steal. It's either going to be a steal or a foul, right? So that's how we're going to do it. That's 0 for 1. Literally, he has a gold glove, and I am just standing here with the ball, and he is unable to take it. Look at him. Look at him swiping away. That's 0 for 2. Again, this is with no Unpluckable, so this is actually pretty surprising. If he goes 0 for 5, I'm going to have to upgrade Paul George to half. So, let's see. That's 0 for 3. For Paul George, I mean, Unpluckable is working really good, obviously. Okay, so we're going to count that as a strip, so that's 1 for 4. Let's see. Okay, so he figured. So, in total, he was able to rip me 2 out of 5 times with no Unpluckable. So we are going to go ahead and move on to bronze now and see how we do. All right, guys, just to recap. So I got stripped 2 out of the 5 times with no Unpluckable, which really isn't that bad considering I don't have Unpluckable and Paul George has gold. So now I have bronze Unpluckable with that 75 post control and 70 ball handle. Still, again, going up against gold glove. And yeah, we'll see how many times we get plucked now. Go ahead and see. All right, well, got plucked on the first one, so that's 1 for 1. Okay, that's 1 for 2. He got a foul called that time. And again, I did not mention before, keep in mind this test is always done on Hall of Fame, and that all other badges are removed. So like Derek White has no other playmaking badges equipped, and Paul George has no other defensive badges equipped. So we could purely see the effect the badges have on each other. So with that being said, he got another foul. So that is now 1 for 3. Come on, Paul. Look at him. He can't get me. All right, that is now 1 for 4. So he only got 1 pluck. Let's see if he will tie what he was able to do when I had no Unpluckable, or if it will be the same. All right, and he is able to pluck me there. So, again, I would not recommend bronze Unpluckable, obviously, because we just got plucked 2 out of the 5 times like we did with no Unpluckable. So let's go up to silver and see what that looks like. All right, guys. Now I am at the silver Unpluckable threshold. So I have a 85 post control and 80 ball control. Again, still going up that 91 steal with gold glove. So I got plucked 2 out of the 5 times with no Unpluckable and on bronze Unpluckable. So let's see if we have any difference with having the badge on silver. All right, come on, Paul. Look at him reaching. Again, we only call it once it's a foul or I get plucked. Come on, look. He's trying to get the perfect angle. He can't get me. All right, well, that's 0 for 1 for sure. And that looked good because, I mean, again, if I can't get plucked when literally standing in front of him, that's when you know Unpluckable is on a good tier. So let's see. Will he get me on the second try here? And we are going to go ahead and call that 0 for 2 again. He got the foul. If the shot clock runs out, I'm going to count that as a win for Unpluckable also. Because realistically, if you can't pluck someone with the whole shot clock, that's an L. So he is 0 for 2 right now. Look at him. I mean, he's in perfect position and he's hitting square. So, I mean, that's 0 for 3. So silver is for sure looking good right now. All right, guys. He's 0 for 3 right now plucking me. So let's see what he happens to do in these last two. And as I say that, he is able to pluck me. So that is now 1 for 4. And let's see what this last... Okay. So 1 out of 5 times he was able to pluck me. So silver was slightly better than that bronze. But let's go ahead on to gold. See if we are able to go through without getting plucked at all. Alright guys, so we are now at the gold threshold. So I have a 92 post control and 92 ball control. Again, same thing, 90 going against Paul George, then 91 steal and gold glove. And we're going to see, hopefully we cannot get plucked at all. With silver, we only got plucked 1 out of the 5 times. So let's go ahead and see. Look at him. I mean, he's in perfect position. He's just not getting it. So that's going to be 0 for 1. Again, just standing in front, not even doing a move, just standing right in front of his face. If he can't pluck me standing right in front of his face, how is he going to pluck me not doing a move? I'm literally not even hitting a button on my controller. I'm just letting him press square away. That's 0 for 2. Alright, he's 0 for 2 in plucking me. Let's see what his third attempt looks like here. Well, that was a quick foul. So that's going to be 0 for 3 for him. Let's see. Let's see what he gets here. Okay, so he is able to pluck me that time. So he is now 1 for 4 in plucking me, which ties silver. So let's see what he's able to do with his last attempt. See what our last one here looks like. You can see every time he misses too, the Unpluckable badge does activate. That time the ball literally just went through his body. As you can see, he ends up fouling me. So he is 1 for 5 in plucking me there. So let's go ahead and move on to Hall of Fame, where, you know, hopefully you don't get plucked at all. Again, gold just tied silver at that 1 for 5, which still is not bad, but let's see what happens with Hall of Fame. Alright guys, so 98 ball control here with that Hall of Fame Unpluckable. Again, still against gold glove with his Paul George at 91 steal. Went 1 for 5 with gold and silver in getting plucked, and 2 for 5 with no Unpluckable and bronze Unpluckable in getting plucked. So let's see, hopefully we could go 0 for 5 here in getting plucked, but we will find out. Look at the Hall of Unpluckable badge popping up. He can't get me. Is he going to get me? He's trying. And that is going to be an easy 0 for 1 right there for him. Look at him. That's going to be an 0 for 2. And he is struggling so far. Maybe we will not get plucked all 5 times, but let's go ahead and find out. Again, he is in perfect position. I'm not even doing a dribble move, which just shows like how good the badge is being. So that's 0 for 3. Let's see what his 4th attempt looks like. That's going to be 0 for 4. Again, that's another foul on him. Looks like Hall of Unpluckable is doing his job. Again, literally. And he goes 0 for 5 in plucking me. So with that, we are actually going to do one last test then with him. I will now upgrade him to Hoff Glove. So he'll have 99 steal. Again, going up against Hoff Unpluckable at that 98 ball control. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. We are at Hoff Unpluckable at that 98 ball control, except now we are going up against a 99 steal, Hoff gloved up Paul George. So let's see. Again, we didn't get plucked at all with Hoff Unpluckable against Gold Glove. Let's see if we do with Hoff. Same thing, just going to stand here. And he is able to pluck me on the first try. So that is a 1 for 1 for him. All right, let's again go out here and stand. All right, that is going to be a 2 for 2 for him. As you could see, Hoff Glove looks to already be a different type of beast. Let's go ahead and get off cold to keep things consistent. All right, he's 2 for 2 and plucking me. That is Hall of Fame glove. All right, so now he's 2 for 3. Got a foul call there. All right, so okay, he is now 2. So yeah, he's now 3 for 4 in plucking me. So obviously you can see that Hoff Glove is killing Unpluckable right now. Hoff Unpluckable right now. Let me get off again, off cold to keep everything consistent. All right, so he's 3 for 4, and he finishes 4 for 5 in plucking me. Now that's something else. Hoff versus Hoff. All right, guys. So after doing those tests, I will then now tell you what I think. So again, just to recap, he ripped me 2 out of 5 times when I had bronze Unpluckable and no Unpluckable at the threshold, obviously, with his gold glove. And then he ripped me 1 out of 5 times when I had silver and gold Unpluckable with his gold glove. He didn't rip me at all 0 out of 5 times when he had gold glove against my Hoff Unpluckable. But then he was able to rip me 4 out of 5 times with his Hoff glove against my Hoff Unpluckable. So honestly, I'm going to recommend to you guys is honestly, if you want to be most efficient with your attribute points, I would just go silver. Because for that, you only need an 85 post control or 80 ball control. And we went 1 out of 5 getting plucked. I mean, 1 out of 5 times is not a lot, guys. And against Hoff glove, I mean, honestly, Hall of Fame Unpluckable has no hope against Hoff glove, so none of the Unpluggables really have a chance against Hoff glove. It's just kind of the way it works. Fortunately, 4 out of the 5 times we got ripped Hoff on Hoff, so yeah, I'm not going to recommend something based on Hoff, but at least to stop gold, I would just recommend silver to be efficient with your badge points. If you're like a really dribble around type of guard, you could go Hoff if you want to spend to get 98 ball control, because he went 0 for 5 in plucking me. But gold, I mean, we also went 1 for 5, so I definitely wouldn't go gold. Either silver, if you're not going to be dribbling around a lot with your guard. Hall of Fame, maybe, if you're really concerned about the extra little plucks you might get, that your opponent might get on you. But yeah, against Hoff glove, Unpluckable is just not going to be helping you guys much. But against gold, I will at least recommend silver to most people out there. Again, if you're someone who is a dribble heavy guard, Hoff might be worth it. But again, 98 ball control, guys, that's a lot of sacrifice you're going to have to make. So yeah, final take, silver Unpluckable, 85 post control or 80 ball control. 85 post control or 80 ball control. So appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Let me know down below which badge I should break down next. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.